Yes, so yeah, sorry for the later stream. I get in off the train at 8 p.m. Pacific, so by the time I got home, ate dinner, fed the baby, yada yada yada, it's now 9:30. So I am so close to finishing this one up, that I said we're finishing it before we finish go into back into summer carousel horse. So first off, Sarah, and thank you for the host. Yay! Um, yeah, I didn't get as much stitching on the train as I wanted. I got distracted, and yeah, so now I'm going to work on getting this done because I'm so close that I can taste it. Yay! And I will not be streaming tomorrow. We're gonna do some video testing, and Friday night we will do date night with Kaya and Cujo. Yay! Date night with Kaya and Cujo is what we're going for. Still getting used to all of the adjustments with the train to work and living further away. So I don't like to have the later streams, but sometimes I don't have a choice. So yay, we get the stream. Hey, lurk all you want, Naka. I'm glad that you're here. That's all that matters. Yeah. But it's like I'm so close with this. I definitely want to finish it. What you working on tonight, Naka? You working on the butterfly cell? Yeah, we are so close with this. This one's like, nope, finishing it tonight. We're not gonna go any further. And then we will go back to Summer Carousel Horse and do some more ruffle butt. Yeah, I've been itching to stream for a while. It's been busy. My back is feeling better. So for those of you who aren't aware, I pulled a muscle in my back, and I was in a lot of pain over the weekend and everything. I went and saw the doctor yesterday, and she confirmed that I'd pulled a muscle. So I refilled my ibuprofen prescription and got a muscle relaxer, and I'm still tender. It's still a little painful at times, but it feels so much better. So I'm just taking it easy. And actually sitting in the office chair in here is actually really nice because it makes it a little easier to support my back. This particular stitch is one I have not done on stream yet. This is Spring Garden Club, charted and kitted by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, which is known for their seriously cute cross stitch patterns. I fell in love with the color palette on this particular stitch, and I had no clue what it was going to look like. I just knew the color palette, and that was enough that I was sold. And so I bought the kit. I then had to wait on the pattern until it was released, because it was released in two parts. One part at the end of May, the other part at one part at the end of April, other part at the end of May. And between other projects, it was one that it was kind of sidelined, but not super sidelined. But it's definitely turned out to be really fun and a really quick stitch. Bunnets, thank you for the host. So, yeah. Hi, Bunnets, you're up kind of late. Yeah, I'm trying to rework my stream schedule. It's really gonna kind of depend on my work schedule and how the trains and things are going. So far, trains going really well, and Wednesday nights actually are nights for fencing practice out here. So I may switch to Tuesday instead of Wednesday streaming. We will play that by ear. It's also going to depend on Cujo and everything. Right now, the baby is basically being put to sleep. I nursed her. Husband took her for a walk because she didn't want to calm down. So, and she'll be asleep, which is no problem. But yeah, I'd like to get back to streaming 3 days a week, doing my own crafting and whatnot, and maybe once a week, depending on how it goes. Stream with my husband, and we'll be doing date night with Kaya and Cujo. We're going to be playing Mist. It's going to be kind of exciting. I do have to move things out into the other room, but yay, it's going to be fun. All right. Not playing too much floss chicken. It's been a long day. Even despite everything, I still have to get up early because of the baby and everything. But it's working out really well. Yeah. But yeah, we're so close to the finish. I can taste it. And then I will actually have freed up a slot in my my work in progress list. I will be down to 6 again. Yay, 6 works in progress. But that's going to change on the 20th, so don't all hold your breath. I'm seeming to maintain about 7 works in progress right now, which isn't too bad. It could be a lot worse. Yeah, so the next one I will be starting will be at the end, toward the end of this month, on the 20th, starting the summer stitch along with Sarah Nadia. Her community does a seasonal stitch every season, and we're going to be making biscornu, which will be kind of exciting. The little geometric things, and I'm really excited because it looks like it's going to be a quick, fun little thing to do. I'm actually thinking I'm going to make 2 of them because I have this beautiful fabric, which is in the other room, that Naka dyed. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to look so good with the colors in the biscornu. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. It's going to be fun. I was hoping to get this finished on the train today, but that didn't quite happen the way I planned. So tomorrow I will be working on my fish on the train. So if you are not following my Instagram, this one is very close to being done. I've just got the green and some flower pots, and then it's done. If you're not following my Instagram, I haven't posted today the second half of my train journey yet, but I do 2 posts when I take the train to work. One in the morning, which shows how much I stitched on my way to work, and then one in the afternoon that shows how much I stitched on the way home from work. So you can check that out if you're curious to see how much stitching I actually get done on the train. Which makes for some fun. Yeah, I have a little bit of downtime waiting for trains because I take one train in and then I have to change trains, and there's about 20 minutes or so where I have to wait for the trains. And then going home, I have a little more time between trains. So I take a bus to the train station and then I wait at the train station until my train arrives. And that train is at a different station, so it's just a straight shot home. And by the end of this, I'll be really super savvy with all the train schedules. I'll be able to know where the train's going all the time. I got myself a knot. It's definitely... Come on. Yay, worked out my knot. So this particular pattern, I'm doing it on hand-dyed linen from Picture This Plus. I actually honestly think I shouldn't be hosting. No, it doesn't show that I'm hosting anybody. Weird. I was hosting earlier. So weird. I've got my dashboard up, so it only shows that you and Bun are hosting Saren. So I don't know what's going on. Twitch is being Twitch. And hi, Hikari. Welcome. Oh, babies are always sleepy, fussy butt. Sometimes I think Twitch is just stupid. I don't even know what goes on half the time with the Twitch app on my phone. It doesn't work half the time, which is super annoying. It looks that way, Sarah, and it looks like it's just you this time. But yeah, this is fabric is dyed by Picture This Plus, and honestly, it's pretty, but I think Naka's fabric is much prettier, so. This one is actually on linen. This is 28 count casual linen. I don't mind working on linen. Linen has some weird inconsistencies, which is a feature of linen. So if you like that kind of weird inconsistency, I've got some weird bumpy things going on in the fabric, which is normal for linen. So if that's something you enjoy, I highly recommend trying linen. If not, I highly recommend not trying linen. It's no different than working on Monaco or Lugana, or even what am I working on? Carousel horses on Joblin. So, but the count is the same. It's just the fabric texture is a little bit different. Come on. Helps if I find the right hole to put my needle through. But I absolutely love the colors used in this one. It's just bright and it's springy. That's interesting to find them like, oh, the inconsistencies in the linen, yeah, they're interesting. But it's not something that if you want your fabric to be perfectly even, that I would recommend jumping on. This was it. Nah, don't worry about it, Bun. I totally understand jumping in and out of chat. I do done that watching Saren a few times. And yeah, anyone else I'm watching on the Twitch mobile app. Pardon me. Also, on this particular pattern, it calls for a couple of the colors, Thread by Weeks Dye Works, and they do over dyed floss, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I will get to it, but I've got it here on a couple of bobbins, and just to show the idea. One. I'm gonna need that color. These are all the colors I'm going to need, so I can put that over here. But yeah, this is the floss here. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's actually a setting, Bunnets, at least on the iPhone app, that you can go and so that it plays in the background the entire time. But yeah, these are the Weeks Dye Works floss. They're absolutely gorgeous. Of course you want snacks, Sarah, and you just shouldn't have snacks. Always want snacks. I don't remember. Hang on. Yeah, I know I'm live. It may not let me because I'm actually live. Okay, yes. Down. So if you go under your settings, go to the gear, and under preferences, playback. Play in background is an option. There. I have no idea if dyeing floss is like dyeing fabric or yarn. It's cotton, so I would think you would dye it however you would dye cotton. And hi Naka, I saw that you're just lurking again. It's okay. I was just saying that your fabric is much prettier than this fabric. Here we go. Well, let me know, Bunnets, if you get your floss dyeing off the ground. There we go. Oh, come on. I hate when your floss doesn't behave the way it's supposed to. There we go. I'm determined to get this finished tonight mode. So I do want to go back to the carousel horse. I've been wanting to work on it, but I'm only saving it for streams, so it's fun to work on. That way I don't get tired of it like I do the ocelot. Right now, I'm not 100% sure where the ocelot is. It might still be in the box that's in the garage. Play around funsies and Laura's want the time to make patterns used with them. Yeah, I don't even have time. I don't even make my own patterns yet. I probably should eventually, but it requires software and time and stuff, and I don't have any of those things. Between work and everything. Crazy busy lives. Getting there. I've got a few more flowers left to put stems on, and then I get to do all the little flower pots, and then it will be done, and it'll make me so happy. Oh yeah, I bet Bunnet's taking time making patterns. It's tough when I've got a little one who is now just getting into everything. She's pulling herself up, cruising along furniture. It's only gonna be a matter of time before she finally walks. Yeah, it's totally worth it though. Wouldn't trade her for the world. There we go. This will make me so excited if I do get this, when I do get this finished, because that's another finish. Yay! And more finishes means I get to start more projects, right? Isn't that how it works? Yeah, I know what you mean there, Abundance. I think it'd be neat to design. Yeah, I agree with it. Designing your own fonts, especially to use in different things. Graphic design and illustration is not my strong point. I did take an illustration class in college, but I am drawing and painting is was my focus. So I can draw and I can paint, but I can't always do the illustration thing. Oh yeah, there's been times where I have wanted to strangle my cute little baby girl. But then she smiles, then you melts your little heart, and you're like, oh, he's so cute, he's a baby. And then you feel, then they do it all over again. Yeah, I get you that. Make it up as you go. I get it. I went to college for art. That's what I got my degree in. I haven't done really anything with it since college, though. Yeah, all that time, all that money. It's a pretty piece of paper. I'm not even 100% sure where it is right now. It's in a box somewhere with books. There we go. two more stems, and then it will be time for the doing the terracotta pots. And then I will sign my name to it. And then I will take it off the Q-snap so we can all see the finished product. Actually, I'll take a quick picture of it first, and then take it off the Q-snap. You want to go to school for creative writing, but I wasn't sure my parents would have ever allowed it at the time. You know, my mom wanted me to go to college, and it didn't really matter what I was majoring in. She thought that the going to college would be good life experience, and it was. I learned a lot, and I had a lot of fun. Did I need to major in art? Probably not, but who knows? Aw, thanks, guys. It is. Like I said, I fell in love with this color palette, like the bright colors. I was like, oh my god, I love the color palette. And then I bought the pattern and the kit without knowing what the pattern was going to look like, because it was a mini mystery Sal. They released the first part they released was the center with the greenhouse and the people, and then they released the top and the bottom. So yeah, I really liked the colors, and I actually I bought there's a summer, fall, and winter that goes with this. I actually picked those up too because I'm eventually going to stitch them all. I think I may put them on throw pillows because I think they'd be really cute on pillows. Just have to find the right size pillow form because it's so much easier to do pillow forms than just try to stuff a pillow with polyfill. And then something cute for the backing. Alright. Yeah, sorry that you didn't quite finish the degree like they wanted you to, but you got to do what makes you happy. No, I enjoyed college. Had a lot of fun, met a lot of neat people that have helped me get to where I am in life. There we go. Alright, so done with the green. Now we're going to go on to the terracotta pots. And once the terracotta pots are finished, then I sign my name, and then I will be done with this. And we can move on to the ruffle bud. Yay, ruffly butts. So that tomorrow we can work on the fish on the train. Which actually, since I wasn't quite sure how much I would get stitching done today, I actually had the fish with me just in case. You're not going to have a mental breakdown over a degree that was going to have massive getting over. Yeah, exactly. No, you got to do what makes you happy. And if that's getting a degree, great. If that's not, then great. Come on. Then ruffle butt. You are absolutely correct, Saren. Then we move on to ruffle butt. In case you are looking to find this project, oops, if I see where I'm typing, here we go. Yeah, that's a link to where you can find the project, the pattern. In case it's something that you've decided you absolutely have to do. I don't blame you, Bunnets. I don't blame you. Were you looking at, what, just out of curiosity, what grade level were you thinking of originally? Aw, you're sleepy babies. Very satisfying when you finally get one of them to sleep. I'm pretty sure mine's asleep. My husband hasn't come in here or messaged me to tell me that she isn't. So I assume she's sleeping. But we all know what happens when you assume. Yay. So excited to be so close to this finish. There's something about when you can see the finish and you're like, I gotta do it. And you just work madly because you're like, I'm so close. That's gonna be the fish soon because I have 2 pages left. And once I get one of those 2 pages done, I'm gonna see the finish line. I'm gonna want to push through it. All grade levels, you get your secondary education grade, then teach elementary experience with all grades and ages. Like, I love teaching, but there's no way I would put up with what they expect from teachers. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, that's my fear when Annika gets old enough to finally go to school. It's like, I mean, they expect so much from teachers and they're not compensated either with time or financially, and parents think that, they can bully a teacher, and that's not cool. Not cool at all. I'd like to tell you it gets easier, but sometimes it does, and then sometimes it doesn't. Right now, Annika's being pretty good about getting to sleep most of the time. Nap times have been a challenge. She doesn't always want to nap. Yeah, I feel you there, but there's times where I'm like, nope. which sometimes is really tough with my job, having to bite my tongue about things. No. So after this one's finished, I will only have 6 works in progress. Yay, only 6. And then I'll work on the fish until the dogs through time clue comes out. And then I will work on dogs through time until I finish that. And then back to the fish until the 20th when I get to start my Biscornu, which I'm so excited about. You have no idea how excited I am about this Biscornu. And it's a fun word to say. And then once I get a Biscornu finish, yes, Hikari, just 6. Only 6. Only. We're not going to start a gazillion other projects. I'm determined to keep my work in progress list at 7. Nothing more than 7. It's be a Disney happy worth ethic. You feel like you just want all the world to win. There are times where you're just like, no. You're gonna get spoopy with your Biscornu. Yay, spoopy. No. Mine's wintry, flowery, blossomy things. It was really pretty. It has some specialty stitches. I do have to make a run to Joann's, which will either be this weekend or next weekend. It really depends. Because I have to get floss, because I have to get floss, go through my floss, because based on my records, I only have one color I need for the Biscornu, which it's not very many colors, so it's not too bad. But I'm also going to knock out and try to get the floss I need for the Mermaid Sal and then the Legendary Creatures Sal. But I won't be starting the Mermaid Sal until I finish my Biscornu. And then I won't. And then once the mermaid's done, then I will do the legendary creatures. And I'm only going to do the mermaid 1 month at a time, so I can focus on my fish. Because once the fish get done, that opens up a slot, which is kind of exciting. And somewhere in there, I will try to finish the ocelot. Maybe once I finish the fish, I can focus on the ocelot and have the stitch-alongs available for traveling and other things. Because I really got to finish that stupid ocelot. June means it's pre-spoopy time, and let's get hyped for Halloween. Meaning the hubby wants me to sew him a costume. He needs to tell me now so I can start. Yeah, we have to figure out what we're going to do for costumes this year. Last year, someone had given us a Captain Hook costume for the baby. So we put the baby in the Captain Hook costume. I bought a blue nightgown, and we put my husband in a green shirt because I had a Peter Pan hat, and so we went as Peter, Wendy, and Captain Hook for Halloween. Next year, I don't know. I could ask my mother to make something because she's kind of amazing like that. Oh, I'll have to share it in Discord, but she's made Annika's outfit for coronation, which is in 3 weeks. 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that. And it's the cutest little thing. It's so cute. It's so cute. Yeah, we were pretty cute at Halloween. So one pot down. Oops, that didn't get cut the way it was supposed to. There we go. One pot down. 9 more to go. Yeah, I realized, like, oh, I've been keeping this to myself. I need to share it with everybody. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask you, how in the world do the ranks in the English Service get decided? Like the king and queen, or the king and queen get to start the group, or do they duel for it? Well, so a member of the Society for Creative Anachronism, or the SCA, and the SCA has divided the known world, as it's called, into various different kingdoms based on region and population. Southern California is the kingdom of Kaid, where I live. So you guys aren't wrong with the dueling. So twice a year we have a crown tournament, which what that means is everyone who wants to be the sovereign, aka the king, has a consort, otherwise known as the queen, and they fight in a tournament to determine who's king and queen for 6 months. The winner of the tournament is our current king and queen, our next king and queen. Our next reign, so the reign that starts in this month, crown tournament was won by a gentleman whose consort is a good friend of his, another gentleman. So we will have 2 kings, which will be super exciting, and we're going to be fabulously dressed because they're awesome like that. But yeah, they do fight. They rule by right of combat. So yeah, it's kind of a duel, but it's more of a tournament. It's a lot more organized. It is kind of neat. They do armored combat fighting, and there are rules to be able to enter the tournament and whatnot. And then the current king and queen and the rest of the officer, well, I think it's just the seneschal, look over the list of who wants to enter, and based on qualifications determine, make sure they are qualified, and then we have the tournament. Hi, Mom. Well, so Cujo and I fight rapier combat, and you cannot win crown tournament as a rapier fighter, fighting rapier combat. So neither one of us are interested in fighting armored combat. So the only way that Cujo and I could be king or queen would to have somebody else fight for us. And that's probably not going to happen. And I'm okay not being king or queen. There's a lot of work I don't want. We were just talking about the baby's outfit for coronation, Mom, and how cute it is. We were talking about being Baron and Baroness, but we've moved out of the area where we wanted to be Baron and Baroness, so we'll see what happens. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, each kingdom has their own traditions and whatnot. Ours is very aligned to the Kingdom of the West, which was the kingdom that kind of started it all in Berkeley. And but it's still different. They do 3 crown tournaments a year where we only do 2. Oh, Bunnets. Uh, they do have stuff around you somewhere, Bunnets. Kingdom of Trimaris. It's the SCA is worldwide, so and actually you're working on Cujo's but now just finished watching Act One of Mamma Mia. Oh, that's right. You've got oh, is that the show that's going on right now? Oh, we're not gonna make it to see the Mamma Mia. Oh, this has been so busy. My mother does wardrobe for a theater, and I often get to see a lot of the shows. But this year, it's just this things are not aligning the way that we want them to this year. So busy. There we go. Getting through these little terracotta pots. You'd be surprised. There we go. Get this finished, I'll get to add this to my slideshow. Yeah, we're not going to make it Tuesday, Mom. But thank you. Yeah, I don't get off work until late, and by the time I get off work and everything, I wouldn't make it down to see the show. That's okay. Next time, maybe. Hey, Moonwitch Dancing. It's going pretty good. Just kind of working on finishing up this stitch here. I'm so close to it being done that I decided that this was more important than the summer carousel horse. So we're actually working on the last color before I sign it with embroidery floss. Oh, so and thank you for the follow. That's all good. You know, sometimes you swear you're following people and you're like, oh wait, how did I miss this? Oops. Nah, it's good. Thank you for the follow, though. I appreciate it. Wonder if Twitch is being annoying and not and making and unfollowing and then making us refollow. Silly twitch. I can taste the finish. It is so close. So close. There we go. Just working on this. So I'm working on 28 count linen. If you're just joining us, it is a hand dyed fabric from Picture This Plus. I think the color is called Sprite. It's not too bad to work on. I like that it's a pale enough color that it's still pale, but the white pops a little bit off this, which is nice because there is not a lot of back stitching. So one thing I have noticed with the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's patterns is they do minimal back stitching, so very minimal. This one has back stitching along the mouths and eyes in this one. It's a little hard to see this guy and girl, but they've got their mouths and eyes are back stitched. But other than that, there's not that much back stitching in this, which is kind of neat because it's super cool to see how much detail they've managed to do without back stitching, where other patterns rely so heavily on back stitching. I will say that it does make the pattern go much faster, at least without having to go back and backstitch a bunch, though I do enjoy backstitching. Yay, Naka corner finish hype. That butterfly saw is so pretty. I don't need another project. I don't need another pattern. I don't need it. I don't need it. But it's so pretty. Woo, After Dark with Kaya. Yeah, hey Fatal. Yeah, between the train ride home and the baby, it's the later streams. I'm hoping that depending on how things go, I can get a Sunday afternoon stream in maybe, just to, be available during the day so that people who this is way too late don't have to miss my stream all the time. There we go. So many little flower pots. Go. I said this earlier in the stream, but if you were just joining us recently, I am not going to stream tomorrow. Cujo and I are going to do a recording test so that we can stream our date night stream on Friday. We will be playing Myst. Yay, got Atticus to sleep. But yeah, Cujo and I are going to be playing through the Mist saga. Now, Mist came out 25 years ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. 25 years ago. And it was kind of groundbreaking. And it was amazing. And so the game we're going to be playing is not updated graphics or anything, but it still looks pretty stunning because of the way they chose to do it. And we're going to start with Mist on Friday and go through Mist and then Riven and then Mist 3. And there's a fourth one and then a fifth one somewhere. But we're going to get through the entire series. If you've played Mist, we're going to ask for no spoilers as much as possible. We've both played, so we do know what's going on. And we're going to try our best to play it like we've never played before, which will be difficult, but should still be fun. Oh, silly Atticus. It is not playtime at 10 o'clock at night. It is bedtime. You've never heard of Mist before? It was kind of a puzzle game. It was kind of groundbreaking. It was one of the games that is the reason why the CD-ROM became a thing. It required playing the CD-ROM, and it was you guys, I feel so old. It's the most amazing game. Let me see if I can find just the Wikipedia link. So this is the Wikipedia link. And it was, like I said, it was at the time it was super groundbreaking. It's the reason it's one of the two games that sold the CD-ROM drive. It started out as a Mac only game and then was ported to PC. And it was so much fun. Yeah, it was something my husband wanted to do, and we said, well, why don't we do this together? We'll make a stream out of it, and we'll see what happens. And if that's successful with our date night with Kaya and Kujo, we might consider playing other games together. We don't know yet. It means I do have to find myself a notebook. Maybe I'll see what they have at work. Because it's the type of game that you need to take notes. Eating computer until I was in 3rd or 4th grade, only because Dad ate for work, and same here, I'm not that much younger than you. But it makes me feel so old. So old. See, we were lucky. My dad has been super into technology and computers forever. My parents had Commodores, and have had a computer of my own easily since 4th grade. And it was, don't get me wrong, it was like a Commodore 64 in 4th grade when everyone's starting to do other computers. But yep, I had a Commodore. I learned how to do it. I don't remember how to do anything with the Commodore anymore. But it was a lot of fun, and so by the time games like Myst and The Seventh Guest came out, which are the games that are the reason why the CD-ROM drive became a thing, because these games required them to play. I was already playing on computers. We had a 486, so we played both Myst and The Seventh Guest. I guess I'll never know the frustration of dial-up internet and that sound. That sound is super reassuring. Yes, it connected. But yeah, we played a lot of CD-ROM games. You start playing on an computer at 18 months. Yeah, so my parents had this really neat Muppets board thing that I could push buttons and make it do things on the screen. Yeah, way back in the day. Been playing on computers. You only use computer on supervision. I think they were afraid we'd mess around with the classified floppies Dad had. When we got older, we were able to m- more out of supervision. We ended up playing mostly The Sims. Yeah, I had my own computer, or at least a kind of an old computer that was being used as mine through high school in my own room. And then when I went to college, I got a brand new computer with 4 gigabyte hard drive. It was huge. Never fill up 4 gigabyte hard drive. Yeah, that didn't last long. Yep, tying up the phone line. Then I remember going to college and having dedicated T1 line at the college, which was amazing. Like, oh my God, that's so fast. Yeah, Annika's gonna think I'm crazy that, oh yeah, we had to dial the phone to get over there. Actually, I think my parents kind of understand the internet more than most. My dad was always kind of an early adopter of things like computers and the internet, so we've had access to that stuff for a while. Getting there. After this flower pot, I only have 3 more flower pots. Yay! I gotta fix this playlist. It's got a couple of random Christmas things in it. I think it's fear of the internet corrupting our souls into damnation thing from my mom. Yes, the internet's a terrible place. Change punishment until they get home one day. We were waiting. We colored their fridge with dry erase marker. I don't remember being blocked after that. Well, I figure Wheel could easily do things where they have to do, where Annika has to do chores to be able to use the internet or whatnot. She does have an old iPad that she watches Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on, but we have it in guided access mode where she can't even get out of it. Oh, creative happiness. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. There we go. So close. I do want to work on a ruffle, but a little bit tonight. This is taking longer than I thought it would. Exactly, Fatal. I gotta work for those privileges. I mean, homework and everything is one thing, is a lot of that stuff is on a lot of homework nowadays is requires internet access to do certain things. So, but that's supervised and easy enough. It does help when you're married to an IT guy who can easily do that stuff super easily. All right, three more flower pots. So close. There we are. So I'm hoping within the next couple weeks that we can get things kind of settled and then I can start doing other things besides cross stitch on stream. Definitely going to do some Lego builds. I've got, it's hard to see, but just right over there is a Lego set that I really want to build. It's huge, it's awesome, it's going to be so much fun. I also, under this desk in box over here, is my Lego Hogwarts, and I have to do some sorting before I can do that one on stream. But I will be rebuilding Lego Hogwarts, and then it's got a place of honor on the staircase, so that'll be kind of awesome. So if you ever come over to my place, you'll walk in the door and come up the stairs, you'll see Hogwarts. It'll be awesome. Here we go. I also have to go through my art supplies in the garage. I need to find my pliers. I'm going to be making my own keychain fobs. I'm going to be making dragon scale chainmail keychain fobs. I'm going to use those as giveaway items. I'm also going to do them as a redeemable item once I get my store up and running. Right now the store is, it's not open yet, but when it is, it will have the keychains once I start making them. I think I'm going to probably do some silk handkerchiefs because I do that as well, which I may be able to put some of that painting together. So maybe next week we'll get a painting stream going. I have to get some artwork pulled up though. We have Star Wars Lego to put together. Yay, Star Wars Lego. My husband has a Y-wing to put together, which I don't know when he's planning on doing it. Got him a Y-wing for Christmas. And he got me a carousel. So if you haven't figured it out by now, I like ducks and I like carousels. I also like dragons. Okay, Dick, it's 1:30 and I should probably get to bed. You would have a lovely rest of your stream, and thank you for streaming. Oh, you're welcome, Bunnets. Thank you for hopping in, and thank you for the host. And anyone who isn't following Bunnets, You should. She's pretty awesome. She does knitting streams and cross stitch, and looks like she just did a Final Fantasy stream. So, have a good night, Bun Knits. Getting closer. Got two more. That's getting too short to do anything with. I've got two more flower pots. And then we can sign it. Come on. Behave. I hate when these don't behave the way they're supposed to. There we go. So we've got this flower pot and then one more, and we will be done with this. And then we may do a little bit of ruffle butt, but we may actually, it is, I know it's not super late, but it is starting to get on the later side, and I do still have to get up early to go to work tomorrow. Boo work. But that doesn't mean we won't have more ruffle butt later. Yeah, I'm at this point where I'm like, I must finish this. So close. There we go. Yep, there we are. There we are. Okay. Got 2 more rows on this flower pot, and then it's the other flower pot, which is only 3 rows high. And then we sign my name, and then we take a quick picture of it. And we go to ruffle butt for a little bit. Go. All right. So even though I don't have a third, so Friday when we do our date night stream, we are not going to have a dog cam because I'm not moving all of my entire setup into the living room so we can stream. But once I do get around to setting up my donations for another camera and an arm, we will get dog cam going. And Keish is not in here with me right now. I did not move the bed in here to force her in here with me this time. But next time, we will have... Sorry. The fact that I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning is starting to catch up with me. But we'll be in a position that we might be able to call the dog over for the stream on Friday, if she'll get up. We do have a pretty lazy dog. She's kind of awesome, though. Sorry about that. It's so close. It's getting there. Working on that last flower pot. Again, I'm sorry about that. I have been up for a while. I have to get up kind of early to get myself and then the baby ready in the morning. And then I have the train ride in. I work. Then I train ride home. Luckily, I get to relax on the train, so I kind of get home feeling already refreshed, which is kind of awesome. And with the train, I do post my before at the beginning of the morning and the end of the morning commute, as well as the beginning of the evening and the end of the evening commute progress. I have not posted today's evening progress yet, but I will. Give you an idea of how much work I actually do get done on the train. Have a good night, Fatal. Sleep well. I'll see you next time. Keep getting my floss caught on the corner of the Q-snap. Alright, almost there. After this row, just one more row. And then it will be complete after a signature. I do stitch my initials and the year at the bottom of every cross stitch pattern. I do. Give an idea of when I completed it. This one total probably about no more than a month to complete. I have exact dates written elsewhere. Again, I'm sorry, I don't think we're going to get to Ruffle Butt tonight, but we are going to finish this because we are so close. My back is starting to get kind of sore again. I pulled a muscle on Saturday, so taking it easy as best I can. I'm sorry. Yep, I'm gonna finish this, and I'm unfortunately gonna have to say we will finish this. I will sign it. I'll show it off, and then I will probably need to go to bed. I'm starting to feel the tiredness coming on. So I'm sorry. I promised Ruffle Butt, but I will show it, even though I will not be working on Ruffle Butt tonight. Sarah, don't worry about it. Husband is way more important than my stream. I understand. Yes, of course. We are just about done with this. Then I will put my initials in it, and then it will be complete. Still hoping to stitch peg is corner, but I'm racing against time. Yeah, I understand that. I'm like, ah, no. I'm not unstitching this to get this loop knot up. Aha. Got a loop knot at the end, which is totally fixable. The day flew by a little bit for me too, just there we go. And just gonna weave this tail under. There, we're going to go back to the black to do my initials. And usually I do it in single, but all the back stitching on this was done in double strand, so I think we're going to stick with double strand. Yeah, so every cross stitch project I finish, I put my initials in it. And since this one is complete, I am back stitching my initials into it. And then I will initials time. Yes, it's initials time. I put my first and last initial in. I used to put my... It's all good, Elf. I'm actually just finishing up and wrapping up here. I'm starting to get tired because I've been up too long. I wanted to do more ruffle butt, but I think because of how late it is, combined with the fact that I am exhausted, we're going to just put my initials in this one and call it a day. So I put my initials and the year. Oh, don't, I understand, Elf. Of course you've got to talk to the boyfriend. That's important. It's okay. You didn't miss any ruffle butt, though. Just the end of Spring Garden Club by Frosted Pumpkin. So, and come on. There we go. 18, because that's what year it is. All right. So, I need to find my needle book. A ruffle duck. Yeah, I could probably need to do a ruffle duck. So there is the end of that. So since I do take a ton of in progress stuff, the lighting's not going to be that great. Do a quick photo there. And what we're all waiting for now that this is actually finished. So is the ruffle duck an actual duck with a ruffle, or is it like another cross stitch pattern? Oh, thank you for the bits, Saren. Yay, bits. So taking it off the Q-snap and gonna show it off. There it is. The Spring Garden Club by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. There we show that off. There it is. Artistic license. Yeah, the ruffle duck of the ruffle butt. So there's the Spring Garden Club. That is my first official Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery finish. This one was actually a lot of fun. It actually went really fast, and I wish that I had measured my fabric better so I could have maybe used some scraps of this for something else. We'll see. There might still be some scraps for something because it is a pretty fabric. So, yay! Thank you, Saren. If you are looking for this pattern, so you can find it there. But yeah, that's the Spring Garden Club. I fell in love with it strictly because of the color palette. It was just so pretty. I couldn't resist it. And yeah, I decided I would do it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of that. But because I did promise some ruffle butt, even though I'm not going to stitch it, I will show the ruffle butt. Here is the ruffle butt. And we are going to pick up with ruffle butt again probably next week, maybe Sunday, depending on how things go. We are talking about going to the to Disneyland with the baby on Sunday, but we're not sure. So, but yeah, there's the ruffle butt and a Spring Garden stitch finish. So yay, finish hype, woot! But I'm going to call that the end of the stream for the night, guys. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for hanging out with me. Sorry it was so late. Hopefully that I can get some earlier shifts and not take the train as late in anymore. But we'll play it by ear. And yeah, I will get a better picture of the full thing finished so I can put it up on my Instagram if you are looking for my Instagram. It helps if I can spell Insta. I thought I spelled it right. There we go. There's my Instagram. And everyone, have a good night. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you guys tomorrow and maybe on Friday. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm doing the date night with Kaya and Cujo on Friday, and we'll see how that happens. So, everyone, have a good night. Thank you for joining me, and ta ta for now.